And we are live. What's going on, fam? Welcome to J&J Dating Dynamics podcast. I am Jay. He is Jay. This is Jeff Bezos' favorite new podcast. What's going on, Justin? How you doing, my friend?
Not much, man. I'm good. How are you?
Always good. Always good. Always a good weekend. How's things up in Jersey?
It's getting cold up here.
It
is getting cold. I was on the bike last night and I was frozen.
It's getting really nice out here.
I had my hands glued to the engine.
Oh, I know that feeling. I know that feeling all too well. All right, my man. It's episode 14. What are we talking about today?
This is your idea. You want to talk about why women are slut-shamed while men are considered studs.
Actually, you said it was a great idea, so I don't know why you're trying to pin it on me. But yes, it is my topic idea. We got Geeky Anomaly in on the chat on YouTube. What's going on, everybody, on Instagram? Do me a favor, if you're watching on YouTube, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. If you're on Instagram, check out my story. I don't know if Justin was able to share it, but the link to go to the YouTube is live on my story, so check it out.
Follow us at J&J Dating Dynamics.
Yes, we're gonna start going live from that account probably next week on Thursday. Excuse me. So, Justin, is it a double standard that women are called sluts while men are called studs?
I feel like this day and age things have changed, and it's almost like feminism made it okay to like liberate women.
Okay.
But
being a slut's still seen as a negative connotation, right? Quote unquote slut.
I mean, definitely from the men's perspective. I mean, I don't know how it's viewed upon from a women's perspective. I feel like women are liberated these days, and there's women telling women it's okay. And I don't know. I don't want to stick my foot in that.
Well, I don't either. And if we have any women watching, please let us know and we'll bring you on. You can give us your perspective. The one thing I look at, though, to know how women feel about this is two things. One, rarely will a woman admit when she's been with a man. So she knows being with a man is going to have a negative connotation on her. But more importantly, women are the first to slut shame. And it's women, when they're insulting other women, the first thing they call her is a slut, a hoe, or she sleeps around. So for them, it's got to have that negative connotation too, doesn't it?
I mean, that's definitely negative.
Well, so I think it's by and large still seen as a negative still. Though.
I mean, I think it just goes into a biological sense. Like men want their women to be pure and pristine.
Mm-hmm. Where women don't necessarily care so much about the man's sexual past.
Correct.
Okay. All right, we agree. That's all for tonight, gentlemen. All right, he's quitting. All right, but I think the real way to boil this down, and this has been said before, I'm not the first person to say this, but women are looked down upon for being, let's call it promiscuous. Promiscuous because being promiscuous for a woman is easy. Being a stud for a man is not easy. Actually, it takes a lot of hard work. It's rare that you meet a man who can honestly be called a stud.
I agree with this. We got Victoria in here. Actually, I was just having this conversation with her the other day.
Well, why doesn't she come on the show? Come on, Victoria.
I would love for her to come on.
What you waiting for, Victoria? Let's go. Send her the link.
I'm sure if she wanted to join, she would ask.
She would.
But yeah, we were having the debate the other day on like why are women slut shamed, and I was basically trying to explain that's actually my best friend's girlfriend. So I was on the phone with both of them, and we're talking about why there's a difference. And I said it just like you said it. It's way easier for a
Mhm.
woman. If a woman goes out and she feels like being promiscuous, she can be. Like
Absolutely.
she can be. Like for a
Yeah.
man to go out and make the decision of I'm going to be promiscuous,
You
like
can't make that decision.
we can. It's not up to
No,
us.
no, of course it's not up to us. Because, like we say all the time, women are the gatekeepers of sex.
Yes.
Now, if you want to talk about a relationship, men are the gatekeepers of relationships. That's something completely different.
I
And a
agree.
guy who has a girlfriend not who has a girlfriend, a guy who every girl he sleeps with, he seeks to make his girlfriend, I would say that's the male version of a slut. Every guy who has one contact with a woman and falls in love with that woman and wants to make that woman his girlfriend and gets hurt all the time. Does that make sense? Because in the end, we still find different. I wouldn't even call this a double standard. I call it a different standard. Because this is a standard based on physical things, the physical perception of the other's sexual past. Men, we care about that sexual past. Women, not so much. They don't care so much about our sexual past. In fact, 9 out of 10 women who you ask, they want a man with sexual experience.
I
They
don't care
want a guy
about
who knows what he's doing.
me personally. I don't want to know about a woman's past.
Right, we don't want to know, but if you found out she's been with 300 dudes, you would care.
Absolutely, I agree.
Exactly my point. So you do care.
That's why I'd rather not know.
Exactly. Because these days, you're just begging to get lied to if you ask that question. Geeky Anomaly, let's see. He says, in my entire life, I may have called only about 2 to 3 women that I knew in person sluts. So you've only called 2 women sluts, 3 women sluts? I'm not sure where you're getting with that, Geeky. He says, being a promiscuous woman is like getting fat. It's easy. You just keep eating. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, that's about right. That sounds about right.
I mean, this goes back to what we were talking about, like hypergamy and how women shoot after that high value man. Like
Mm-hmm.
we have to get to a higher level to even get women at all.
Right, exactly. This is why men were not really established till we hit our 30s. I would say actually mid 30s. That's when we were established. That's when we hit our sexual prime.
I mean, if you really think about it to like animalistic ways, like think about like a big buck deer going after the doe, or like a lion going after like the pack of lionesses. Like, dude, it takes him beating out those other lions to be able to have the privilege to have sex with the pack.
Right, and think of it this way: a lioness doesn't really care if she sees the alpha fucking another lioness. The lion gives a damn if another alpha's treading into his territory.
But I feel like it still kind of is biologically built in us.
Of course, this is all goes back to biology. I agree 100%.
But I do feel bad for women in that they receive that negative connotation for being that way. But hey, I didn't make standards in biology.
Right, we don't make the rules. We just talk about them.
Seriously.
Yeah. Well, but like I said, at the beginning, us men, we don't really want to find out. I think a lot of the slut shaming these days comes from women. Most of it, I would say.
I feel like people just need to stop hooking up. Hookup culture needs to like get the hell out of here.
Done.
And we
Hookup
need to
culture is
like
done.
get back to connecting with people as humans, especially after like COVID. We were so disconnected. Like we need to get back to
Do
actually
you
connecting.
do you think COVID made hookup culture worse?
Yeah, because I feel like everybody was just home. Like now people became a video game. I'm just like left, right, left, right. Like, come on, bro.
Yeah,
You
but
can't
it was already kind of like that though, wasn't it?
in real life.
Yeah, I mean, people were still using Tinder and mobile. You think that got worse after COVID or during COVID?
You
Excuse
know
me.
what? I can't even speak on that because
Okay,
when COVID started, I was still in a relationship, a long-term relationship,
sure.
which carried way before the apps were even prevalent. So I can't even speak to that.
Look at you being a one-woman man.
Dude,
Nothing wrong with that.
I think that's what we need to get back to. I think people need to get to be one woman man and one man woman, you know, like, and get back to creating families.
I
Like,
actually
seriously.
agree with you 100%. Believe it or not.
And I feel like a lot that's kind of like going on in society right now has a lot to do with people being this way. And I feel like it's carrying over not just into relationships, but it's carrying into the way people carry themselves in general, the way they
Sure.
operate with anyone in general.
Yeah.
They're very dismissive nowadays with people. No one has manners. Like, it's almost rare when you find somebody that has good morals and values. Or
Yeah.
like, if you do,
And
even in public, somebody opens the door for you. It's like, wow, thank you. Like,
yeah, it's rare. It really is. It really, really is. All right, let's come off the Instagram and stick to YouTube. How's that sound?
yeah, let's do it.
All right, guys on Instagram, go to my story. The YouTube link is right there. It says watch live. Click on that. Come join us over on YouTube. Get in on the chat. Once you get in there, hit the like button and hit the subscribe button so you don't miss one single show. We do this every Wednesday, every Sunday.
Yeah, guys, check us out on there. We're signing off now. Catch us on the live. All right, we are out.
Leave. All right, YouTube, it's just us now. All right, so yeah, I don't know if I'm breaking news here, but I actually really agree with you. I actually very recently just got into a relationship myself, so I do think we need to get away from that hookup culture. Having said that, I won't lie. I think we've all been the beneficiaries of it as men.
Absolutely.
And it's been to the detriment of women because of this very thing that we're talking about today.
I mean, I can't speak for other men out there, but dude, I feel drained. It's like rough out there. Like, settling down with one is just like refreshing at a point.
It is, isn't it? I know. I think as men, yeah, we do the player lifestyle and all that, but everyone wants to get to be that one, wants to get to that one woman.
I mean,
stage, right?
if you really think about it, and I'm going against us right now.
Oh man,
If you really think about it,
I knew you weren't on the team.
no, I'm saying you'll agree with me on this. So just like women play the hypergamy game, if you really think about it, we play the game as well because we're looking for the perfect woman. We're just not looking for anything that's materialistic.
Well, absolutely, yeah.
We're looking for a top tier woman that's gonna be loyal to us,
right,
that's
to our standards.
That's gonna be submissive, be in her feminine, and let us lead, bear our children. That's what we look for.
Yeah. All right, let's see. Geeky Anomaly says, yes, I would like a relationship as well. I prefer it. A 19-year-old message today, but she was not LTR material. Well, there you go. If she's not LTR material, then she's only good for one other thing, right?
What can you do?
You can't do nothing about it.
Keep
Let her
it
live her
moving,
life.
Geeky. It's
Next.
too young for you, bro.
Next. Hey, we don't know how old Geeky is. Geeky, how old are you? Actually, I don't know how old he is, actually, if I can think of it. But, you know, if she's over 18, I'm not here to judge, you know? But everybody likes what they like. He's 38. All right, that's all right. Hey, tell you a story. When my parents met, and granted, this was 1960s, 1970s Venezuela, very different world. But my dad was 32, married with 2 children. My mother was 16. They got married 2 years later.
I remember my father being divorced twice and then jumping in with a younger girl. I think she was like 18, 19.
Yeah.
And he was like, I think late 20s almost, or probably 30.
Yeah, and that was perfectly normal until feminism came along and started telling women, you have to go to college, you have to get your career, you have to do all these things before you even start thinking of getting married or having children.
Yeah.
It used to be like that.
It used to, but I think there needs to be more of that. I'm seeing more and more. The more and more I do my research,
yeah,
I'm seeing women in anti-feminism
Mhm.
like little clubs.
Well, because I think a lot of women have realized feminism's gone way too far, and the time you know what? I think there was a key moment for this, and it was when that transsexual swimmer decided he was identifying as a woman and went to swim at a college meet, a women's college meet, and just obliterated everybody. All the girls were like, "What the hell is going on? What the hell are we doing?" I mean, think about it. Feminism's what enabled the gay rights movement. It's what enabled the LGBTQ community. It's what enabled all of these things now, the non-binary or gender fluid or whatever all that crap is. You know, call me an old fuddy-duddy, but I'm sorry, gender is not fluid. You're born with one or the other. You know, I don't think I'm alone on that.
Me personally, I don't care what anybody's doing, to be honest.
And I don't care either. I don't care either, but I don't want to have it forced upon me.
I
You know,
agree
if
with
my
you.
daughter's competing, if my daughter's competing in college swimming, I don't want her swimming next to a guy who thinks he's a girl today. You know,
Yeah. Like
that's why. Look,
I don't.
their freedom to be them, includes my freedom to be free from them. So they don't have the right to push anything on me. They can do whatever the hell they want. Just don't force me to deal with it. You know, that's what it comes down to.
I could understand that. Yeah, I didn't even think about that. Like, I don't have children,
Right.
but that would be a super unfair advantage.
Ronnie, I see on the chat. Ronnie, did you hit the like button yet? He says he does agree with me. I appreciate that. I can second that statement. I agree with you
Yeah.
too.
I
Ronnie, make
believe.
sure you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and everybody, please,
I wish Ronnie would
please
join the
share the
show with
video.
us.
Is that
Jump
your
in
boy?
here. Yeah, it's my best friend.
All right, send him the link.
If he
If he
wants to
wants
join,
in,
if
yeah,
he
if he
wants
wants
in,
in.
he'll ask me. I know he will.
All right, all right.
But no, I agree with you on that point. Like, I don't care what people are doing as long as it doesn't affect me.
There you
And
go.
I
Yeah.
think I've said this on a previous episode. Like, I feel it in the media. I feel it on TV. I feel it everywhere. Like, listen, I have no problem with it, but I don't want to watch crazy scenes where it's really, really intimate with
Right.
man on man. Like, I don't need to see
Nah,
that.
nobody wants to watch that.
And if you notice, in regular television, they'll never do that woman on woman. And I don't know
Well,
why.
I feel commercials are starting to say, "Well, we don't give a damn." Commercials are starting to put gay people on both sides, you know, everywhere. You look at these pharmacy commercials or pharmaceutical commercials
Yeah.
or whatever,
Listen,
you know,
I think
they
I
have all
said it
kinds
like
of couples
this
on there.
last time. I'm already a grown man. Like, I'm comfortable in my sexuality. I'm
Right.
not homophobic. It doesn't bother me. But why should, all right, if I'm seeing this on TV, that means you have a daughter. Why should your daughter have to be seeing that on TV?
I agree 100%. But the
Like,
thing is, I mean, if we want to get really deep into it. Now they're teaching this stuff at school. You know, there is no escaping it at this point. The
jeez.
best you can do as a parent is try to mitigate those effects by talking to your children and trying to pass on your values to them. But I think this all gets to a deeper problem because everybody always wants to claim freedom of speech this, freedom of speech that. Look, and let me flip my brain over to political there for a minute. People everywhere in the United States have the freedom of speech. You have the right to do and say whatever the hell you want, as long as it's not libelous or libel. However, and this is the very important part, you don't have a right to be heard. No one has no one is forced to give you a platform in order for you to exercise that right. I can get on here and say whatever the hell I want. If YouTube decides I can't say it on YouTube anymore, that's not violating my freedom of speech.
It's their
You know,
platform.
it's their platform. So, you know, that's what the whole LGBT. That's what we're talking about. Feminism took this way too far, and now it's too politically incorrect to say otherwise. And yes, I do agree with you that women are starting to catch on to that fact.
Yeah, and I hope it like makes like a 180-degree turn. And we touched on that with, was it Donovan?
Yeah.
That I was asking, is there going to be a cap to this? Like, when hookup culture is going to die, and people are going to get back to like the family unit again. And
Yeah, and
I honestly feel like there's like a war on the family unit, and
mhm,
it's like made to catch children while they're young and sway them in going another direction.
I can see that. Yeah, absolutely.
So we have that to deal with mixed with hookup culture, and it's like, bro, no one's getting
Mixed
together
mixed
anymore.
with feminism, mixed with
What
everything,
is
mixed with
happening?
hypergamy and everything, man. It all adds up. All adds up. And yes, I do agree with you. There will be that pendulum swinging back. I don't know how long it's going to take, and I don't know how far it'll swing back, but it will
I
swing
know.
back.
I was thinking because things have changed so much over the years. I'm like, how crazy? Like, call this nuts, but I'm like, is it gonna turn to a point where men are the ones looking only for connection, and we have to keep it closed, and the
I think
women
it's
have to
already
take
getting there.
us out on dates? Like,
I think it's
what's gonna
already getting there.
happen?
Yeah.
I
Well,
don't
think
know,
about
man.
it. When you talk to these 80% of men who are not the ones having sex with women, right? Because we established the 80-20 rule. It's 20% of the men who are fucking 80% of the women.
Yeah,
If you talk to
absolutely.
these bottom 50% of guys, they're just looking for a girl who's gonna like them for who they are. Who does that sound like? Does that not sound like girls in the 70s and 80s? I just want a man who to love me for who I am. So there you go. There's that.
Yeah.
You know what? That pendulum will swing back. But you know what's hard about it? What's hard about it swinging back? It's very easy to free everybody from their responsibility. It's very easy to tell women, go live your lives, go to college, do everything. You can have it all, quote unquote. It's very easy to tell gay people, go be out in the. It's very easy to make this societal shift into the freedom aspect of go out and invade. I shouldn't use the word invade. That's probably a little harsh, but it's much harder to rein it all back in.
Yeah.
So that's got to be a societal shift where people on their own, on their individual capacity, make the switch within their own brain. And people have to realize how wrong this all is, or if it's wrong.
Hey, pull
Because
that
maybe
comment down.
oh my god, yeah, but that's about right. Where is that? There it is. But yeah, that shift has to happen inside the individual mind. That can't happen through community. The only community where it could have some effect is through the church, and people are being religious in less and less numbers every time.
Oh yeah.
So
Yeah, I don't know. Instead of playing the game, I just continue to be
yeah, you know what? About 4 years ago, as well as at least as politics is concerned, not four actually, about 6 years ago, I decided to just sit back and watch the decline, man. I fought in politics for 8 years, achieved very little, and I realized it's all for the greater glory of those people at the top, and all they really care about is their money. That I will say 100%. And I got sick of it, and said, you know what? I'm done. I'm gonna go do other things. I'm gonna go be happy because politics is stressful as hell.
I could only
You
imagine.
know, these wrinkles I have here that came through politics.
I thought it was the Miami Sun and the Harley.
Mm-mm. That's made it better, if anything. Oh man, but yeah, okay. So we agree then that. Do you agree with me though that it's not necessarily a double standard, but a different standard? That women are seen as or slut shamed while men are called studs and celebrated?
I mean, I that's just that point alone. I agree with it. Like
Okay.
women are
Now,
slut shamed, but
mm,
it's because of the reason because they don't have to work for it. We do.
right,
If if
exactly.
it if the roles were reversed, the titles would be reversed.
Yeah, of course. If biology would be reversed at that point.
Like we just don't have options like women do.
Now, okay, so what about these girls who are on OnlyFans? They're not necessarily having sex, but they're out there, they're showing it off for everybody, maybe even masturbating on camera, doing things like that, getting money for it. Are they sluts? Should they be slut shamed?
I mean, they're selling their body.
They're still
That's
sex workers, right?
Yeah, that's completely different. I wouldn't compare a girl like that to a regular girl on the street
Right.
at all.
At all. Okay.
Because you don't have regular girls working in the sex industry.
What about a stripper?
That's the sex industry.
Okay. Well, These days, though, I mean, especially with social media, what's not the sex industry? You kind of have to ask that, don't you? I mean, because everything you see on social media, bro,
I mean,
it's insane.
I'm sorry you just made a point, but like they're not physically selling themselves for money.
Yeah.
But I mean, we do it too. I put up pictures that look good. I'm not going to post a bad picture. We're selling
Oh, I
ourselves.
get it. Yeah, 100%.
We're selling
100%.
ourselves to each other. We're selling ourselves a better image.
Yeah,
So
that wasn't me trying to make a point. That's literally me thinking out loud because we're
no,
sitting
no,
here.
it was a good like metaphor. I got
Yeah,
what you were saying. But yeah, I mean, we're basically trying to sell ourselves off to the other opposite sex.
to the highest bidder.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah,
I'm not going and posting bad pictures of me.
why not?
No.
Exactly.
Why? Why would I?
Exactly.
Why would I bring my value down?
Exactly. Why would anyone bring their value down? See that right there, though, women, and that's the problem. Women aren't realizing that posting those photos is bringing down their value. Being on OnlyFans is bringing down their value.
Yeah.
Posting
I,
an ass photo is bringing down your value.
I will say this for like, regular everyday women out there. I'm not talking about like married women. I'm talking about single women.
Let's talk about college girls. Let's say college girls.
College girls?
Not to paint with too broad a brush, but we're talking about the age range, the girls who like to party,
Oh,
etc.,
got you, got you.
around the college
I
age.
mean,
But hey, hang on,
no,
because Geeky Anomaly asks a very important question. He says, "But are you all oiled up and half naked in your photos, Justin?" I can get yes, he is.
motorcycle oil.
Yeah, there you go.
Motorcycle
Motorcycle
oil.
oil. The half naked part, I don't know, but sorry, you were making a point there.
I what were you
I'm
saying
very
again?
tired today, man.
I mean, yeah,
I'm
me
very
too.
tired.
No, what were we saying again?
We were talking about the college age
The
girls.
college age
We're
girls.
gonna call them college age girls.
Yeah, no. So like, I mean, being on the apps when I see a younger girl and it's just herself like really putting it out there
Yeah.
sexually, it's not attractive.
You know what? Let me do something real quick.
I don't know how you feel about it, but for me, it's not attractive. It's
No,
like
for me, it's not attractive either. I mean, it's a nice. Okay, she's got a nice body, but that doesn't attract me to her any more than
it's damn, she's
everything.
hot. I want to smash.
Yeah.
It's not
You know, I
like
did.
it's not,
I'm
oh
gonna
my
try to
god,
do
I'm gonna
something.
wife that.
Yeah, I'm gonna do something real quick. I just opened up Instagram. I'm just gonna scroll through here and see how long it takes me to find an OnlyFans ad. And
OnlyFans or just
yeah,
like something overly
okay,
sexualized.
something overly sexual. And mind you, I've actually erased or unfollowed a lot of the meme pages that I used to follow because they all became just, you know, OnlyFans promotion machines. See, I don't even know if I should call this overly sexualized.
It's like the embodiment. Let's see what I can pull up.
Let's see. A little music while we wait.
I didn't hear that music before.
Oh, here we go. There we go. There it is.
What'd you find? Is she an entertainer?
She is. Yes, she's got an OnlyFans.
Yeah.
It doesn't take long at all, bro. That was like 4 scrolls of my thumb.
That's what it is.
Would you call? Nah, you know what? I'm not.
What? Say it. Say it. Do it.
No, I was gonna show you something. I say, would you call this overly sexualized? But I know the girl, and I'm not gonna put her out there.
Show me in secret.
I'll show you later. Wait, you probably already saw it.
Have I?
Oh my god, I don't know. Maybe. Bow chicka bow wow, says Geeky Anomaly. Dude, this guy's funny. Oh man. But okay, so let's reset here. You are watching the J&J Dating Dynamics podcast. Apparently, we ran out of things to talk about way too early because we're just shooting the shit, looking at Instagram now. But please hit that like button because we're still cool. Please hit the subscribe button. And this is episode 14. And today we are talking about why are women slut shamed while men are celebrated for being studs. If you just joined us, please hit that like button. Join us on the chat. And let us reset. Justin,
Yo,
why are women slut shamed while men are called studs?
because we got to work for it.
Yeah, it's that simple, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, like, and I told, I
I
think it
got to
was,
beat out every other guy
oh, yeah,
that's
yeah,
after
you
that
compete
same
against
girl.
everybody. Yeah, exactly. And guess what? Even if those girls have the same mentality, they got to beat all the girls out to get with you. If they don't get with you, they still gonna get with the next guy and the next guy and the next guy and the next guy. If you spend your whole night at a club trying to go after one girl, all the other girls see that and they're not gonna want to be number two. So now you're screwed.
True.
So, which is why you never go for the hottest girl at the club.
Very true.
I actually learned that from Beautiful Mind, that movie. Genius. Genius. But yeah, it's
Yeah, I
I
had
like.
a,
Go
what
ahead.
was that?
No, go ahead.
No, I had a good topic that I had written down for an episode. But since we were talking about feminism before, I was like, maybe we could get into it.
What was it?
It was, are feminists the new fuckboys?
Oh God, yes. Are you kidding me, bro? You go on Tinder, you find you a feminist with tattoos and short hair, you're in for a good time. That's why I deleted Tinder. Tinder's a dumpster fire. The yeah, I was gonna say that I actually brought the example up to I forgot to who it was. It was either Nikki or Penny or Sally when we had all of them here. If me and one of them, if we both go to the bar, or maybe it was Sarah, I don't even remember. If and we both go to the bar and we strip it down to the most basic line you can get. Hey, we approach somebody. We both approach somebody. Hey, you look good. Let's go get to know each other. Let's go back to my place, have some drinks, see what happens. If I say that to 10 girls, I'll be lucky to get out of there with one phone number. Lucky. Like, I'll be damn good to get out of there with one phone number.
Yeah.
They'll walk out with 9 dicks in hand.
Yeah, you ain't lying.
No, man. That's how it is.
I mean, but you also do have to be a somewhat attractive female to do that. So,
Well, yeah, of course. But that's the thing. Even non-attractive females can get away with this stuff. If you put
yeah.
on these horrible reality shows, My 600-Pound Life, you literally have a 600-pound woman who's sitting around her bed, and she always has a little boyfriend that's bringing her food. Always. It's usually a little skinny redneck with a white beater and a trucker hat.
How, Sway? How?
I don't know.
You
I don't
got the
get
answers.
It. I don't get it. I don't have all the answers, and I want them. Damn it! That's why I'm here. Maybe somebody on the chat can give me the answers. I don't know why that happens, but a woman who's a 2 or a 3 or a 4 will get infinitely more. Will get laid infinitely more than a man who's a 6.
Yeah.
And that's just biology, and that's because men are thirsty. That's just how it is. But if the woman's out there putting it out, then she is going to get slut shamed, and that slut shaming is going to come from women, not from feminists, but it's going to come mainly from women. They might even be her friends. Oh, you're such a slut, ha ha ha. Or it's going to come on Twitter, or et cetera, et cetera. The people who are wrong to be slut shamed are these young girls in high school who are barely starting to figure out what any younger girls in high school these days that are barely starting to figure out what any of these is. And all the high school mean girls see her kissing one boy in the hallway, and all of a sudden she's slut shamed like crazy online. That's the slut shaming that's wrong. That's the slut shaming that's problem.
Yeah. I agree with you there.
We're agreeing a lot. I think we haven't been in agreement this much since we started this show. This is great.
Well, you don't even know. I got into the only debate with my female friends, the ones we had on the show. Nikki practically disowned me.
Oh, what happened? You got to tell me now. Was it all my fault?
Yeah, it was all your fault.
Ah, man.
She like attacked me. Like that's my best girlfriend.
Over what? Over this topic?
Well, the way you worded it.
Oh my God. Is it that big a deal?
No, because the way it was worded
I
before.
get. So okay, let's tell the story so people on the chat know what the hell happened. Okay, so when I first created the thumbnail and everything, literally the only things I wrote on the thumbnail was
This
why
guy
are women.
puts
No,
no. This
no,
guy
stop.
puts
Let me tell. I'm
women
telling you.
are sluts.
No. I'm gonna mute you. Damn it. What I wrote, and I still have the thumbnail to prove it. Yes, I
Uh,
can mute you,
I'm
Justin.
gonna
Don't
exit.
make me do that
All
again.
right.
All right. Oh, don't this motherfucker. He didn't really exit. He's there. He's still there. All right. So what I wrote on the thumbnail was, "Why are women sluts while men are studs?" I still have it. I'll bring it up. Justin, I know you're there. I can hear you laughing. What I wrote on the thing was, "Why are women sluts and men are studs?" That's what I wrote. And then I get all kinds of hell on the Instagram, and Justin starts texting me, and all kinds of hell breaks loose. And there you can tell it from there because then you took over.
I basically had to like fend for myself and tell her, listen, it was worded wrong. We're not calling women sluts. We're not. I don't want it to come across like we're bashing women. Like there's still topics that I want to come across that actually point out bad things that men are doing. This isn't about that. This is
Right.
It's about bringing clarity to things that we're both doing wrong. And you know what? Maybe we should have an episode in the near future for things that men are doing out there that are just terrible.
Oh, I'm down with that. And I
I
also
just
think we should have an episode on political correctness.
Political correctness.
Yes.
In what way?
It's a fucking problem, Justin. And it extends into the dating world.
In what way?
You're not allowed to say a million things that everybody wants to say.
Oh, because everybody's sensitive.
Yeah, that's a problem. You know?
Everybody's walking around with hurt feelings.
In the context of conversation, if we're sitting around talking, blah, 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 and I ask that question, hey, why are women sluts and guys are studs? Nobody takes it to mean, oh, I'm calling all women sluts. Nobody. And that's a fact. See, everybody will take what they think something means and turn it into whatever they actually want.
I just want it to be clear that we're not here bashing women.
Right. On that, I'm 100% with you, and we fixed it, etc.
To be honest, I'm for women to bring upon. So I don't know if you follow like Just Pearl, or there's a couple other women. I can't remember her name right now, but she's also a politician. You might know of her, but she also has things where she's saying like women need to get back to their femininity. Yes. And I'm all for that. I'm for women because it's gonna bring back that family unit. It's gonna
1,000%. Even if it doesn't bring back the family unit, it'll bring up the entire value of women.
Bro, it'll bring up the value of everything.
Yes.
If you think about it. Well,
Ronnie says, I wear white beaters and truckers' hats, and that was offensive. Ronnie, I'm sorry. I really hope your girlfriend or wife does not weigh 600 pounds. And I did not take that to mean that all guys would be. See what I mean? I did not make that to mean that all guys with white beaters and trucker hats have a 600-pound girlfriend.
That is so funny.
And it was very timely, too. That's exactly what I'm talking about. That was very
funny, bro. Perfect, Ronnie.
Oh, man.
But you know what? That doesn't take away the fact that like it's funny because we're talking about like, you know, women don't go for blue collar men anymore.
No.
And hold on one second. So they don't go for blue collar men anymore. Give me 15.
Hang on, I'm playing hold music.
Give me 15 minutes. So they don't go for blue collar men anymore. And my friend Ronnie and I are great examples because you know what? We're good ass blue collar dudes. That kid does wear trucker hats and he does wear white beaters and we rip it on our Harleys. But guess what? We're very family oriented and we're good dudes at heart. And you know what? Bro, there's a lot of shitty dudes out there that need to be more like we are. to be honest. So I want to touch on that in the future and talk about, some of the games that men play that are ruining women out there, because
I tell you what,
it is a vicious cycle.
It is, absolutely. I chose both topics this week, so you get both topics next week. How's that?
Gotcha.
All you, buddy. No pressure.
Jesus.
But look, no, what I was trying to get at is that, and this goes back to the entire social media argument, and it extends into dating and political correctness and everything. We live in a society today, and it's such a headline society. It's so, everything I see on Facebook is true, blah, 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 fake news, whatever. If you're having an argument with somebody, whether it's in front of somebody or not, people are no longer willing to ever say, hey, you know what? I'm wrong. I may have to think about that. Very rarely do people say that. People would rather sit there and have a fight and keep arguing to defend their point of view, even after they know it to be wrong. And that pisses me off.
Yeah. That drives me insane.
I'm getting all kinds of philosophical today, man.
We're all over the place today.
Yeah,
but
we are, man. But damn, these things get under my skin.
no, I mean, it's
Candace Owens. Who's Candace Owens? I've heard that name.
That's who said that.
Your boy Ronnie.
Yeah, it was Ronnie. So that's exactly who I'm talking about. So girls like Just Pearl and Candace Owens, bro, I want women to listen to those. Don't listen to our podcast. Go listen to these ladies.
You know who's another great one out there is shout out to Donovan, but his girlfriend Devin Sharp.
Yeah,
who's on the podcast with him now, bro. Women should listen to her, like 100%. These girls know what they're doing. These girls know what they're talking about. 100%. And I am gonna talk to Donovan, see if maybe we can get one of them on the show. At least I'd like to get Donovan on the show with Devin. That I think would be very beneficial to everybody.
I feel like I have friends or people that are around me that might look at this podcast that I'm doing like, I've heard it. They're like, dude, you guys look like two bitter dudes that can't get girls.
Yeah,
and I'm like, bro, that is not the case. Like,
I mean, dude, look, anybody can sit here and call me that. I will show them my numbers list.
No, listen.
I'm an open book, bro.
The reason I started this, I was just thinking, because I was in a long-term relationship. I wasted the best years of my life on somebody. And dude, it left me jaded. And I've been out here on the dating scene. What's up?
How old are you?
I'm old enough.
You're in your mid-30s, right? You are in the best years of your life, right? You're a man. You age well through your 30s.
I meant career-wise, what I was doing back at that time.
Oh, okay. Go ahead.
And I abandoned where I was living to relocate, and I left a lot of things behind. But whatever, that's neither nor there. But I just really wanted to bring people together, really.
Yeah.
And that's what drew me to it. So
and have a conversation. That's the main thing you said.
And have a conversation.
Yeah.
So after doing all this research and finding all these dating coaches and people in the manosphere, I realized I wasn't the one just here thinking it, because for a while it was just me thinking it in my head that there was a problem. And I'm like, yo, something's up with the dating scene, right? So then I started typing it into YouTube, and that's how I discovered this whole world. Like, I was like, holy crap, it's not just me. There's professionals that are in this field on YouTube as coaches.
Yep.
And it's because of the problem that's out there. So I can't be the only one thinking this.
You're not. And shout out to Geeky Anomaly. He says Ali Drummond. I can second that. That's another good female dating or life coach or whatever we're calling these people, but she's another good one. You should look her up, Justin.
I will. What's the name?
Ali Drummond. Here, I'll put her on the screen so you can write it down.
See,
we're actually working on bettering ourselves as we're here on the podcast. That's how this works.
Absolutely. I want the betterment for everyone as a person.
Yeah, but you got to start with you, Justin.
I'm you know what? And I'm glad you did say that, because I have been on that path for the past couple of years. Yeah. And I have, I've faced some down points, but I always prevail. You got to keep going and build yourself up.
And I can vouch for that. I saw a lot of that when I was your friend down here. And, you and I had many conversations over 1 or 2 or 5 beers, Ali is pregnant. Ali Drummond's pregnant? Is she? All right, good for her. Congratulations to her. She gets one of those. I discovered that button on my sound mixer. Now I'm going to play it all the time. Ronnie says, don't listen to AOC. I can 100% second, third, and fourth that. Do not listen to that woman. That is the craziest politician we've had in this country since Bernadine Doran. My God. These politicians, dude.
Oh, you would love my best friend Ronnie. You guys could probably talk politics all day.
That's the thing. I don't even want to talk about politics. See, you saw me at the Harley dealership, man. Let's
hold on.
Because I'll admit it, I'm as Republican as they come. So was our old assistant manager Bob, as Republican as they come. But I would just say Democrat things just to egg him on, just to watch him go crazy, just because I want to have fun with it. Because just talking about it is boring to me. Sorry, go ahead.
You would totally get along with my best friend.
All right, good. We did not hear. You guys didn't hear the sound effect? I've been playing it all night.
I didn't hear anything.
Hang on, let me try this one more time. Y'all don't hear that right now. Y'all don't hear music?
I didn't hear it.
Damn it. All right, well, I'm going to have to figure out the sound mixer. But... Okay, well, how about the claps?
So what happened with you, bro? How'd you get swooped off the market?
Oh, well, you know, I found me a young lady who makes my life better, and I like being around enough to not kick her out. Nah, she's really cool.
But you being in a relationship doesn't affect your thoughts on the outside world on what's going on in dating.
Not a bit.
Like people feel like, I swear, it's not like we're out here and we've experienced it. But when I'm generalizing the public, I'm not talking about me or you. I'm talking about what's going on out there.
No, me neither. And even though I'm in a relationship,
interesting
that
thing
doesn't change my views on intersexual dynamics whatsoever.
True.
If anything, it reinforces them.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
But I was just touching to the rude comments that were made, like we might be two bitter dudes.
Oh, well, you know, they can make whatever. Bro, I've been on YouTube for 4 years now.
Listen,
that shit don't bother me.
As you could say, I'm bitter. I'm never going to change. I'm always going to be the genuine dude. So
he's always going to be a bitter little butterfly.
Yeah, get out of here.
All right, let's reset here for one last time. You are watching the J&J Dating Dynamics podcast. Jeff Bezos' favorite new podcast ever since he got divorced and lost a bunch of money. I am Jay. That over there, that's Jay also. And this is episode 14. And we started off talking about why women are slut-shamed while men are called and celebrated for being studs. And we've ended up talking about a whole bunch of things that are completely off topic, but we've had a lot of fun doing it. And I feel like it's actually flowed. The conversation has flowed rather
definitely.
well.
It wasn't a very loaded topic, to be honest.
Well, that's the thing. And I think it would have been. I wanted to have 2 or 3 girls here today. We weren't able to confirm them all, so we'd rather not have any. And I think that would have been a much more interesting conversation to hear from their point of view.
Well, good luck with me getting any of my girlfriends back on the show.
Oh, I have their Instagrams now. I'm going to reach out to them. I'm going to be like, listen, this is what's up.
Good luck.
Thank you. I might need it. I might need it, but we'll see. I mean, maybe they're watching tonight and they realize that we're not all evil or whatever. I don't know. Maybe I am. Who knows? I mean, at this point, I'm the best judge of myself, right?
Yeah.
Yes, Ronnie, it is exhausting talking about politics. My God. I got to tell you, when I got out of politics was right after the Trump campaign in 2016. That election when Justin got on here earlier and said he felt drained.
Listen.
That's how I felt after that election.
This is a dating podcast.
Hey,
if you and Ronnie want to date over politics, do that later on another show.
I know how to host a podcast. I'm talking about what the audience wants to talk about, okay? I'm listening to the audience. It's called active listening.
That's DJing. That's what DJs do. They feel out the crowd.
Same thing, bro. What do you think we are here? We're like the old school MTV. Who wants to be a VJ? We're video jockeys, baby.
So for any of you guys in here, please comment. We would like to know any suggestions you may have for future episodes. That'd be
Yep.
great.
Absolutely.
If you guys would like, if you have a strong opinion on something and you'd like to jump in here, that's what we want to do. It can't just be me and Joel here every time. Like, I want to get more people on and just pick other people's brands. I want to see what other people think.
Even though we disagree quite a bit, yes, we do want other people on here, and that was the whole point, was to bring different people on, even our friends or whoever.
Yeah.
And before you ask, Justin, no, my girlfriend's not coming on the podcast.
I didn't ask.
I'm just saying, you thought about it. I could see it in your little brain going. I could see the wheels turning.
I was not having my wheels turn at all.
Justin, you're always thinking up a scheme.
I don't want to get you in trouble.
It wouldn't get me in trouble. Never mind. You know what? I'm not gonna touch that with a 10-foot pole that you were holding. But all right, I think let's go ahead and call it a night, Justin. Any final thoughts?
No. Final thoughts are, like I said, why are women slut shamed? It's because it's easier for them. Men have to work to attract a sexual partner. Mm-hmm. I mean, you women got to do a little bit of work too, but to be honest, you can go up to a guy and all you got to do is bat your eyes, make eye contact, and you just have to be in a position to be approached. So
absolutely,
I think that's why women are slut shamed and men are considered studs.
I can second that 100%. I will add to that. I don't think it's a double standard. I think it's a different standard, because men, we care about a woman's sexual past. Women don't necessarily care as much about a man's sexual past. They care a lot more about a man's future. We care a lot more.
Not for nothing. When you know that a woman doesn't sleep around, how much more desirable is she? How much more do you want to work for her?
Yes.
Like, you're like, dude, it's like chasing the light at the end of the tunnel. It's like,
yeah, that's true. 100%.
Of course, of the objective of a man, of course, we want to sleep with you, of course. But not only do we want to sleep with you, if you're that hard to get, we might want to wife you. We're going to work towards that.
Yep.
But if you're undesirable and you're just sleeping around with any random Joe Schmo, you're not going to be desirable. You know, unfortunately, we talk. Men talk. Right? Am I wrong?
Yeah, we talk. No, we don't talk as much as women do.
No, we don't talk as much as women do, but we know who's getting around just as much as they do.
Hey, Geeky, I did see your photo. Did you want me to put that on screen? Because we're talking about her on the chat. Geeky sent me a photo of a girl. He says, I get more frequent texts when she knows I'm on a date with another woman. That's that competition anxiety, man. We can do an episode on that one day.
Bro, I was dating a girl, right? Ronnie knows about this one. I was dating a girl over the summer, and dude, absolutely gorgeous. We went on the first date. I don't know what the hell what went wrong.
This is the girl Geeky sent me right here.
What
Very
about
traditional.
It?
she texts him more when he's on a date with another woman.
Oh my God, she's probably home. She's probably home churning butter right now.
Hey, bro, find me one of them. I'll take it. The butter, not the girl.
Yeah, right.
All right, my final thoughts. Pinky and the Brain. Is that us, Ronnie? Pinky and the Brain?
Yeah, seriously.
I'm the brain. I call the brain. Okay, so my final thoughts is I will add to what Justin said by saying that, yes, it is much easier for women. Like I said earlier, it's not a double standard. I think it's a different standard. And I will add a simile that the great Donovan Sharp said on his show one time, and I don't know where he got it, but I'm sure he got it from somewhere else. Pretty sure he didn't make it up himself, but he may have. So if he did, shout out to him. Justin, what do you call a key that works on multiple locks?
No idea.
A master key.
Okay.
What do you call a lock that's opened up by a bunch of keys? A shitty lock.
Oh, true.
There you go. That sums up the whole argument. I'm not saying all women are shitty logs. Do not put words in my mouth, Nikki. I know you're watching.
Well, listen, to go back to that point I was trying to make before, I was dating some girl over the summer. The date went bad, but she somewhat kept in touch. It was weird. Date didn't go
Sure.
bad. The date was good, but something happened in the end. Blew my mind. I still don't understand to this day what the hell happened. But I had another like stunning girl in my apartment. You could see she's just beautiful. I posted it. She posted something while she was here with me in my apartment and tagged me. All I did was repost it.
Okay. Oh, you got a bunch of texts in you.
Oh, bro.
A ton.
At 2 a.m, I got 2 missed phone calls and a missed FaceTime saying that she was outside. Like, open up the door for her. And I was just like,
women be crazy, man.
you think I opened the door?
Women be crazy, man. Women be crazy. All right. With that, we are going to get up out of here. If you haven't yet, please hit the like button. Please subscribe. I am Joel. He is Justin. We're
You're
J&J.
Justin?
No, I'm not. I got the mixed
Welcome
up.
to Justin and Justin.
I got that mixed up. I am Joel. He is Justin. I'm Jay. He's Jay. Thank you all for watching. Have a good night. We'll see you all on Wednesday. Peace.
Good night, guys.
And we are out.